Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some breaking news coming out here for you, and I want to bring another update regarding the IDF and this potential invasion of Rafah in Gaza. So if you didn't know, Rafah is the final remaining city in the Gaza Strip on the southernmost portion. And we're going to expect the IDF, which is the Israeli Defense Forces, their military, to move in and engage with Hamas, the terrorist group that attacked them back in October of last year. And I've been covering this story for several months now, and it looks like it's going to be going ahead here pretty soon. This operation is going to be launched in the near term, most likely in the next few weeks, but it could happen sooner than that. So we've got word that the IDF is waiting for the green light, is what they said. They're waiting for the government to give them the go-ahead to move in. We've got video footage here of some camps that are being set up by the Israeli government. They're setting up thousands and thousands of tents inside Khan Yunis and maybe even on the beach, is what I was hearing. This looks like it could be on the beach. I'm not sure. This could be Khan Yunis or the beach. But they're going to be relocating hundreds of thousands of people out of Rafah and into these temporary shelters while the IDF moves in to engage Hamas. And we have word also that 2 reserve brigades are going to be moved to the Gaza Strip. And I think they're going to be coming from the northern side of Gaza, and they're going to be replacing some of the troops that are operating on the southern side. So this is a big news because this shows that for sure they're going to be going into Rafah, and I know that Benjamin Netanyahu has come out many times and said they're going into Rafah. So it's getting closer. You know, it's almost game time here. It's going to be happening almost any day now, and it could take weeks, but it could be a lot sooner than that before this happens. So now that we saw this footage here on the screen of these tents, let's go ahead and take a look at this article here, okay, from the Jerusalem Post. IDF ready for Rafah operation, just waiting for green light from government, says report. The IDF announced on Wednesday morning that it recruited 2 reserve brigades to continue the defense and attack mission in the Gaza Strip under the command of Division 99. So that's several thousands of troops in these 2 brigades that are going to be redeployed back to Gaza. And this operation is going to be underway here very soon. So this just coming out today. Israel's military has conducted all necessary preparations to take Rafah, which it deems the last Hamas bastion in the Gaza Strip. It can launch an operation the moment it gets government approval, a senior defense official told Reuters on Wednesday. The IDF is preparing to begin the ground operation in Rafah very soon, beginning with the massive evacuation of over 1 million Palestinians, Khan 11 reported Tuesday evening, citing 2 American officials. Palestinians will reportedly be required to evacuate in the next 4 to 5 weeks to tent complexes that international aid organizations have set up. So that's exactly that video, the video that I was playing for you guys showing those tents being set up. The plan for the Rafah operation has been presented to American officials as well as other agencies in the region, Khan noted. According to the plan, the operation will move forward in stages based on a regional division of the Gazan city in defined areas. So one thing that I want to note here is just a few weeks ago, we had President Biden of the United States coming out and warning Benjamin Netanyahu and the IDF and saying, don't go into Rafah. That's going to be a mistake. We won't support you. They were even talking about sanctioning the IDF, and they were supposedly going to be sanctioning some unit that was committing crimes, and then they ended up not doing that. So it's funny now we're seeing this complete 180 where now the U.S. government is just completely on board with this, is what it seems like to me, because we're not seeing any pushback anymore. All that's kind of went away, and maybe that was a strategy here with the IDF and Israel, the Israeli government, planning to prolong this for a while, so that way international support would kind of no longer push back against them, which is what we were starting to see a lot of. The International Criminal Court was talking about putting arrest charges for all the government officials, or many of them, and some of the IDF officials as well. So it's weird that we're seeing this complete 180 now, and all of a sudden we're not hearing that no more. We're not hearing the government of the U.S. or any other governments really complaining about this anymore, and they're basically, in a way, by being silent, being supportive of it. So at each stage, the IDF will inform the local population before they advance into each area so the local population can evacuate before the IDF moves forward. Just imagine this. This is only one picture here. The entire, city of Rafah is just packed with people like this. There's tons and tons of refugee camps all over the place. And I really don't understand how they're going to be able to get all these people out of there. They can ask them to leave, but what if they choose not to? What if they choose to stay here? It's going to be a very big problem here, and there's going to be a lot of innocent people that are going to die if they choose not to leave. So it says here, Shin Bet head Ronan Bar and IDF Chief of Staff Herzi Halevi met with the head of Egyptian intelligence and the Egyptian Chief of Staff in Egypt on Wednesday to discuss the planned IDF operation in Rafah. Walla reported on Wednesday. The IDF has announced on Wednesday that it recruited 2 reserve brigades to continue the defense and attack mission in the Gaza Strip under the command of Division 99. So we know that they, right before they got involved in all that skirmish with Iran, I reported on a lot of that. Iran attacking Israel, Israel attacking back at Iran, supposedly. We saw a major withdrawal of troops out of Gaza right before that happened, and now they're all starting to be sent back in. So we know for sure this is going to happen. 2nd Reserve Brigade of the 146th Division, and the 679th Reserve Brigade and the 210th Division will be transferred from the north of Israel and the Lebanon border to the Gaza Strip. Before their transfer, they are continuing combat training in the north. It says here, process for approving the plan. The IDF has approved the latest plan for the Rafah operation at the beginning of this week. After 3 previous plans were suggested, the U.S. government has expressed firm opposition to an operation in Rafah without a credible plan to protect civilians. That's the most we really heard from the U.S. government. They just say protect the civilians and otherwise you can go in, is kind of what they're saying. We are preparing to establish a joint operation with the United States. We understand the concern, but we will not be able to complete the mission without entering Rafah, which could also help relieve pressure on the hostage issue, the official stated. Amid the preparations for the Rafah operation, government officials reportedly continue to discuss potential changes to Israel's side of the hostage deal negotiations to ensure the deal's advancement. So, like I said, it's going to be moving forward here very soon. We could hear any day now. We don't have a set date when they're going in. We did hear something a few weeks ago where Benjamin Netanyahu came out and said, we've got a date set. We've got a plan, everything in place to move into Rafah. And then immediately, the defense minister, Yoav Gallant, came out and said, no, we don't. We don't have a date set. So I don't know what was going on there. But yeah, as far as I know, we don't have a date that's been officially announced from the Israeli government. But we know for sure they're going in very soon. So the IDF is waiting for this green light to move in to the Gaza Strip and engage with Hamas. So let me know what you think about that. And that's going to be it for this update, though. If you have any comments, concerns, anything you want to post down there in the comment section, go for it. And if you got something out of this update, please smash that like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below and hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.